Today's topic: what's the secret of spontaneous healings? Welcome to International Academy Germanische Heilkunde by Dr.Hamer, MD. My name is John Hollidauer. At GHK Academy, I'm responsible for representing the original seminar program, according to Dr. Hamer, in the English language. To the point, one can say Germanische Heilkunde concerns itself with the cause of illness, as opposed to the current medical monopoly, which fights and suppresses only the symptoms. This means that GHK is a causal therapy, which sums up the totality of GHK. When people hear this statement, they should jump up and shout, "This is the greatest discovery of mankind." However, this is not the case, because only very few grasp the meaning of this concept. For the vast majority, conventional medicine is sacrosanct, and people's ability to be open to learn and integrating this great discovery of Dr. Hamer is almost zero. Rainer Mausfeld, a retired German professor of psychology, who wrote extensively about the manipulation in the media and politics, sums it up perfectly with the title of his book, The Silence of the Lambs. Personally, I long for that little child from the fairy tale who cried out, "The emperor is naked!" Because conventional medicine stands proudly in its ignorance and shouting, "We don't concern ourselves with causes. We spend clouds of money on medical experiments that find ways to suppress, cut out and hide symptoms." In Germanische Heilkunde, the so-called spontaneous healing is the declared objective, and its therapy costs nothing and has no side effects. Therapy that costs nothing is a waste of time for conventional medicine. Conventional medicine, on the other hand, declares cancer incurable, confines itself to the symptom, and justifies the most absurd side effects on its pseudotherapy. In conventional medicine, chemo itself is suspected of being carcinogenic. To want to cure cancer with carcinogenic substances is crazy, isn't it? Many people also just don't understand the term spontaneous healing, because this term has been cleverly transfigured by sacrosanct conventional medicine as a miracle or as a wishful thinking. Conventional medicine defines spontaneous healing as healing without therapeutic intervention, as healing by one's own power. From the view of conventional medicine, a patient with spontaneous healing has become healthy without any therapy. Now we are at the real core problem that spontaneous healing brings. Only the patient can heal himself. It doesn't matter if we're talking about an injury, or rhinitis, or cancer. There is no cure for rhinitis or lung cancer. One can support the patient in his healing by splinting his leg, in case of a broken leg or even with bone cancer, or by prescribing him symptomatic drugs. But only the body can heal itself, and this the body does inevitably, if one eliminates the cause. And again, no matter whether it's an injury or cancer, if you don't remove the cause of an injury, or if you do not remove the cause of cancer, in both cases the body cannot heal. In Germanische Heilkunde, we always eliminate the cause first. We work very much on the level of the psyche. In both cases, the cause is always a biological conflict shock, the DHS. So, in the diseases that are not caused by a mechanical injury, in cancer, the chronic diseases, the allergies and the psychosis, the cause is always a conflict. This conflict is stored in the patient's memory as a striking experience, like the memory of an accident. decades later, he can remember it as if it were only yesterday. So this moment of shock in his psyche has to be found, like the iron chip in the wound. And just as this iron chip is removed, we now try to resolve this conflict, so that the patient can finally laugh about it. Only then is the cause solved, and the body switches to healing. The beauty of it is that the body inevitably does that. It can't help but switch to healing. This healing phase may again require emergency medical measures, but usually it proceeds without therapeutic intervention. We all have experienced spontaneous healings in our own bodies. Conventional medicine does not understand and cannot explain spontaneous healings. We are still with conventional medicine, which is not only a medical problem with the term spontaneous healing, but even more, money. What should conventional medicine be able to earn from the patient who gets well on his own? The business model of spontaneous healing is a bad model from conventional medical point of view. You can understand that, can't you? Loss of monopoly. Conventional medicine has a worldview that is more than 100 years old and bursts with dogmas. Emergency medicine accepted, because in this type of medicine physicians are mechanics. They accomplish amazing things, and hopefully it will continue like this. But in the case of diseases that arise by themselves, cancer, allergies, chronic diseases, psychosis, they have nothing, they know nothing, and they can do nothing. Here they must clear the field, and they will do so. This is the domain of germanische Heilkunde. Conventional medicine has to shrink itself to emergency medicine, and will be considered in the future medicine as complementary medicine to the germanische Heilkunde. Paradigm shift. We are facing a paradigm shift in medicine. Does the sun orbit the earth, or does the earth orbit the sun? Does the therapy focus on the cause or the symptoms? Symptom medicine is yesterday's medicine, and those who do not move with the time end up being removed by the time. Loss of power. Perhaps the major problem is the loss of power to control the population through psychological fear-mongering and somatic sufferings. More specifically, conventional medicine is losing their power to breed its own population. Basically, we are raised and treated by modern veterinarians, like pigs on a fattening farm. Often violent methods are employed. Freedom. When the mother realizes that her child with neurodermatitis will get well when she stays with the child again, then she becomes wise. When she realizes that separating herself from her child is at odds with her biological code and the potential cause of conflict in her child, then she is responsible. In nature, where there is no apparent danger, a mother would never separate herself from her child. Knowing GHK would help the mother to avoid such actions. Consider our present situation, where we have more and more daycare centers for children, and where there is a lot of pressure on women to be employed. If modern medicine were to declare this unhealthy, politics would have to adjust, and the social fabric of society would have to be changed. But this does not happen, because our current conventional medicine declares that the psyche has nothing to do with this. If you lock up a wild animal, it gets sick and does not reproduce. You have to release it so that it can get well again. It is similar with us humans. We are increasingly forced to live against our biological code, and we become sicker and sicker. Hamer says, all these diseases in our civilization are caused because we are not living in a species-appropriate way. If we had a society that allowed us to live according to our biological code, we would not need this conventional medicine at all. It would become superfluous. For this, we just need our freedom back. Practicing Germanische Heilkunde is only possible with people in freedom, and we cannot exist on a fattening farm. History. In retrospect, future generations will only shake their head of the fact that we allowed conventional medicine to suppress Germanische Heilkunde. The mass media and even the politics help suppress the knowledge under the guise of science. Precisely this scientificity was denied for decades by the University of Tübingen. How could the masses of people ignore this fraud against themselves? How could they not recognize this fattening operation as such? Why did they keep silence like sheep? Extremely powerful and well-organized structures are necessary for such mass manipulations, and their existence was confirmed by Trump and Putin as the deep state. If Germanische Heilkunde offers what conventional medicine calls a miracle, then everything is fine. Then we have a wonderful medicine. Make Germanische Heilkunde your hobby. Because maybe already tomorrow you too will need this knowledge. Goodbye. Until the following video.
Germanische Heilkunde is considered by those who have understood its underlying principles to be the most significant discovery in known human history. While conventional medicine is based on more than 5,000 hypotheses, Germanische Heilkunde can be proven at any time to be the only medicine that is scientifically verifiable. With Germanische Heilkunde, for the first time in recorded human history, there is a scientifically verifiable medicine for each patient case. More than 30 medical universities have already confirmed this in the past. Still, Dr. Hamer's discoveries have been suppressed and denigrated for over 40 years. Take your health into your own hands and learn Germanische Heilkunde while you are still healthy. For this purpose, the GHK International Academy offers you an extensive program of seminar tutorials from the basics through the organ level to the psychoses. This seminar program will change your relationship with your body and your health once and for all. You will find the direct link to the homepage of the GHK International Academy below the video.